If you're a fan of The Ring, The Fourth Kind, and Sinister, I think I've got a movie for you. This one's called Capture, and it's directed by Bruce Wemple, and it follows Abby, a woman who grew up in foster care and ends up inheriting a house from her biological parents. She goes there with the intentions to sell it, but once she gets inside, she finds a camcorder and a bunch of tapes. Once she starts watching those tapes, she not only starts to learn about her parents, she also starts to uncover some pretty weird and dark stuff. All the while, she starts hearing weird noises in the house, things just don't feel right, and you start to realize why nobody in the town wants anything to do with that house. I'm hesitant to say this, but this is the first movie in a while that genuinely creeped me out. When I was getting ready for bed afterwards, I was just like, what's a few more lights on in the house? It hooked me the same way the Autopsy of Jane Doe did. There's this mystery slowly unfolding, and every time Abby watches a tape, you get a few more breadcrumbs. Caitlin Lenardi, who plays Abby, is really solid in this. You can tell right away her character doesn't have her shit together, but you still see the good in her and you're rooting for her. Watching her go from seemingly not caring much about who her parents were to eventually becoming obsessed with what happened to them gives an interesting arc for us to watch. This movie does such a great job at building tension through your curiosity. It knows you want to know more and it builds its tension around that. The score and sound design both do a great job at keeping you with this uneasy feeling throughout the film. Now, this isn't found footage, but if you're into that style, there are moments where Abby is looking through the camera, like out the window or around the house, and those scenes are super effective. It blends the found footage vibe with the more traditional horror movie really, really well. There's also some creepy ass visuals in here, and the movie is smart with its gore. It doesn't overdo it, but when it shows something, it's gnarly. I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 nights after watching this had me looking in like every unlit area of my house like, what the hell is that? It's a ceiling fan. It's just a ceiling fan. This movie has a small cast, but everyone does a solid job. And yeah, it's a bit of a slow burn, but I was so into the mystery that I was never bored. That said, the opening does have a moment where a character makes decisions that had me like, I think I'm gonna regret renting this. And the third act might be hit or miss for some people. It gets a little confusing with how it plays out. But honestly, I loved the ending in this. I don't want to say much more about that, but I wish more horror movies would go this route. You do get some classic horror tropes in here, but it's not overloaded with them, and none of them really pulled me out of the movie. So yeah, will this scare you? I don't fucking know. But for me, this is one of the first movies in a while that actually got under my skin and stuck with me after watching. Overall, Capture surprised the hell out of me. It's got vibes from The Ring, The Fourth Kind, Sinister, and mixes them into something that felt somewhat fresh and genuinely creepy. I definitely recommend checking this one out, and I definitely advise to go in completely blind. If you want to watch it, it's available on video on demand.